What's doing? Welcome to another episode. We've got another world's first, on a world's first. Let's go work out what we're doing. That's right, another world's first on a world's first. So the guys and girls and boys and girls and all those guys down there at 8-speed and Simply Tuning and Lease Engineering, they've done the 8-speed conversion in this 79 series. This one's still running stock exhaust, stock intake, so it's a Safari snorkel, but it's running the cool gear selector, not the big drift stick that Mac has. But we're going to do a 2-stage tune on the 79. So that's right, so it's got 8-speed and it's going to have a 2-stage tune. So let's have a look and see what we're doing with this thing and have a bit of play. So yeah, so this one has the BMW/Toyota factory gear selector. I think this looks really nice and it's really easy to drive. It looks factory pretty much for a 79 series. It has obviously its selector mode and oil temperature up in here, so you can still see all that. But this one's pretty cool. Like I said, it's not too over the top, just stock. So Dan actually tuned this car 3 or 4 years ago when it was new. I could probably pull the ECU out and read it out. Dan said he would send me the file, but we're just going to start from scratch, so there's nothing weird and wonderful in between with the way how we run our mapping. So I've basically just ran it up yesterday. It was late yesterday afternoon. Ran it up, got a couple of runs on it, made 120 kilowatts and 397 400 newton meters of torque, which is good, stock. That's through the 8-speed. So I've now just loaded in the stock file, and so that's going to wipe everything out, put it back to factory, and then we're going to run it up, and then we'll start tuning from there. We'll put our switch in, we'll program it into the ECU, and we'll start getting a couple of different variants, and we're going to have basically like a stock plus, and then a bit of a tow style tune. So you get a bit of economy and get a good bit of torque there for towing. This one's set up with a big canopy on the back. It is quite heavy as well, so we'll have a play, see how we go, and another world's first. So for those of you that haven't seen the 8-speed before, here's your, the light's going to probably blind it, that's your gear selector versus your oil temperature and what mode it's in. So we can grab this and we can pull into drive, and now that's just in drive, so that'll drive through and go through all the gears it wants to do as I accelerate. And shift through and do the gears, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Or we can grab this and go across into manual mode, and I can go manual, upper gear, and we can go through manual mode. So yeah, easy, push park, clicks in the park, we're in park, super easy. And you don't have to worry about that handbrake rolling away anymore because it's got park now. Okay, here we go. So stock file loaded in, and that was the tune that Dan done. So we've put our stock file in, now we're going to start tuning. So now I've got a stock file, I can do the manipulations I need to do in the ECU, knowing that there's nothing else in there that Dan may have done differently to what I do. So we start from scratch, and we're going to give this car a bit of a tickle up and hopefully get the 2 options that will suit the customer what they want to do, and have that option of having some good fuel economy and some good power. So we'll get stuck in. All right, so I've got my switch in, I've done some basic programming in it, we're going to run it up. I've done a couple of runs in it and it's looking really promising, so we'll do a final run now. I've done a few more tweaks and a few changes in the way it works, so you have a good map 1 and a good map 2. So let's run it up for the final run and we'll see where we're at. So you've seen many runs on the dyno with car on the dyno. This one doesn't sound anything cool, it's still got full stock exhaust. You've seen the run before, so you get the idea. It's going to sound the same, do the same, but hopefully the numbers up on the screen a little bit different. So let's run it up, I'll show you the screen and we'll run it through, but I should probably show you my switch first before we do anything. So it's down here, it's this one here. We go standard and map, so map 1, map 2, so that's map 1, that's map 2. Now, Buckner dropped this on me pretty much yesterday. I'm going away to Japan for 10 days Monday, and I've got 4 other cars to get done. So I've made this happen for him. We're going to do a lot of these together, I believe. So it's going to be a great team thing. We're going to dominate the world, and we're going to have 8-speed Land Cruisers dominating. So I've now ordered a bulk load of switches. They're going to be green, and they're going to have a different wording on them. They're not going to say Nava. It's going to have the ProCheck power mode on there, and it'll match in with everything else. But for the moment, they had that switch in stock at Repco, and I used it. So yeah, it's in the factory location. It keeps it all factory looking, and like I said, you know when it's on and it's off. But I'm going to change this green color so you know it's all the same green as everything else in here. So as before, we're going to put this down into manual mode, and you can see we're in manual 1. So we'll run up through the gears, and we'll go, and we'll zoom in on here. We'll zoom in on here, and we'll run it through the gears and do a run. And this will be map 1. Alright, so that's map 1. So we've gone from what we came in with 121 and 397, and now it's got 129, 130 and 460 newton meters. So we picked up 60 odd newton meters, and we picked up 7 or 8 kilowatts. Now I'm going to throw over stock, it's heaps. So over stock it was 86 and 249, and so yeah, massive gains over stock. So now we'll press map 2 and we'll run it up and see what she goes. So we've engaged map 2 is when the light's on. So we've got map 2 on, and we'll zoom in up here. We'll run her up again. It came out in green and I can't read it, so let's hop out of the car and we'll have a look at the screen. So let's have a look. So we've got, on the screen, we've got stock. As it arrived, like I said, Dan probably tuned this 3 or 4 years ago. I think he said so some things have changed since then, and obviously different tuning styles. And then we've got our map 1, map 2 as it is now. I'm pretty stoked with it. I think I'll probably leave it as it is now. It's going to be some good noticeable differences for the customer from map 1 to map 2. So you can have a nice economical tune, and you can have a nice big power tune for when he wants it as well. Leave it in either. It doesn't matter. It won't change how the car runs, you know, for long term. So if you want to leave it in the power mode forever, leave it in the power mode forever. If you want to leave it in the eco mode forever, leave it in the eco mode forever until you go on the beach or you're towing your boat or whatever you're doing. That's the luxury of this thing, where you can actually change on the fly whenever you want. So let's have a look at the screen. Okay, so as we can see, our stock is like Vara, already half an Avara, very basic. So it has arrived, we've got it here, so you can see the red line is our torque, and then this red line is the power line. Now we've raised the limiter in this a bit, so we get it rev out a little bit further. And our blue line here is our map 2. So we pick up a lot of mid-range torque and power through here. You can see the differences between the red and blue. So we pick up a lot of mid-range. And then our map 2, we pick up a lot of bottom end, and it pulls all the way up and through. So we've got now 129, like I said, 130 kilowatts, 460 newton meters, and 156 kilowatts and 570 newton meters. This is stock exhaust. Yeah, so this is stock exhaust, stock intake. I can show you the engine bay now. Still has DPF in. It's running a 33-inch tyre. The canopy on the back is massive and is full. So if we were to take those things out of the back of the canopy and lighten it up, it would change a lot of power and torque readings. So you can see stock airbox, stock intercooler. We just got Safari snorkel and catch can. But under the bonnet here, outside, just a 33-inch tyre. This canopy is full, it is heavy. You can notice it when driving. He's a tourer of some sort. Yeah, proper heavy. So yeah, that's us, that's Land Cruisers, another world first, on a world first, breaking world records and world domination. Team 8-speed ProCheck, we're going to get this shit sorted. You have a Land Cruiser, 200 series, 70 series, so it's 76, 8, and 9s. Bring them in, we'll get them going for you. Talk to the guys down at 8 speed and we can get an 8 speed sorted for you, and you'll drive out a completely different car. Automatic, 2 power modes. What more do you want? Give us a call, 5491 4626. Let us know what you think about this below. Is there any other cars you should be looking at doing? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.